Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I cover my last week in gaming. So first of all, I would say I played an average amount of EVE Online, and that's pretty much all I managed to play last week because, as I've said previously, we are very busy at my real life job at the moment, and it's looking like next week is going to be really busy as well, so I won't have a lot of time and I won't have a lot of energy, but after that it's looking like it's going to be a little bit better. So this next week is still going to be a pretty tough one for me time-wise, but after that I think I'm seeing the end of the tunnel there. Still, I would say that I managed to play an average amount of EVE Online, but all of that has been basically preparations for the Citadel expansion. So just making a bit more money, a bit more production, but more specifically buying the final blueprints that I wanted to purchase beforehand, moving the small post that I'm planning to anchor after I get my first Citadel going, and then moving a few more ships that I will need in order to actually get started on all my plans after the Citadel expansion hits, which is already on Wednesday. So unfortunately it's right in the middle of a very busy period for me, but I'm still going to do my best to be active there and to get started on my plans. Now, of course, the other part of EVE Online has not been playing, and there's a Java update that wants to be installed, but we'll do that later. So next to playing EVE Online, which has mostly been just preparation for the expansion, of course, there was FanFest during late this last week and then this weekend, of course. That was a lot of fun. I tried to watch a decent amount of it, but I did, because of my schedule, I did focus mostly on what I personally wanted to see the most, and then in the weeks after next week I'm planning to maybe go through everything that CCP will post on YouTube, or try and catch the entirety of FanFest that way. But first of all, of course, the keynotes, I did go back the evening itself because I was at work during the keynote, but you could go back on Twitch very easily and find the stream there. So I watched that on day one, and it was pretty cool. I definitely liked CCP Quant's part there, where he actually gave us an indication about how much stuff is in the EVE economy at the moment compared to how much is. All of that was really interesting. Of course, the trailer was absolutely awesome, and everything Citadel related just basically increased the hype for me to get started on my plans when the expansion hit. Then we had the Space Pope, Max Singularity, who gave a talk about NASA's next project. I did want to check it out, and I don't regret that for a moment. It was absolutely amazing, an amazing talk there, and I actually feel like I need to share the plans that NASA have there. For those that haven't watched it yet, it's absolutely worth it to go and take a look, because as far as I understand it, NASA is planning to first launch an unmanned mission where they'll launch a probe towards an asteroid. That probe is planned to land on the asteroid, pick up a boulder from the asteroid, then they're going to lift off and start orbiting the asteroid, which should provide some sort of a gravitational tug between the probe and the asteroid itself. They're going to use that momentum to bring the probe back in orbit around the moon, and then they're planning to send a manned mission back to the spacecraft to pick up samples from the asteroid boulder and bring that stuff back to Earth. I mean, that is a project that is absolutely amazing, and it was brought in an extremely fun and energetic way. Incredible talk there. That was definitely one of my highlights, and in my opinion, the best non-CCP related talk that I saw at FanFest. I was just blown away. I could feel the energy through the Twitch stream. It was great. After that, I also watched the structure talk from CCP Fozzy and CCP Larrikin. Most of that information we already knew. Basically, the most important part that came out there was that they're planning to bring like a production facility, a production structure after the summer, so that should do production and research, and then for the winter they're planning a mining structure that should help with mining, and during that deployment of the drilling platform, the mining structure, they might overhaul moon mining as well. So that could be a really big shock to nullsec when that actually deploys. The one thing that I've missed, and I'm not sure if it's something that was covered during one of the other talks is the asset safety system. So that's one thing that I'll need to research before the expansion actually hits, because it is important concretely for me to know if there's a difference between the asset safety within a system that has an NPC station and the asset safety in a system that doesn't have an NPC station. So that is still something that I need to work out and to figure out, but I'm sure I'll find that at some point, maybe in the patch notes or something like that. We'll figure that out. But yeah, FanFest was really great. I also watched the closing ceremony, which basically gave us the trailer again. That was absolutely awesome. And then of course the new song from Permaband, that was pretty amazing as well. Incredible atmosphere in general is what I saw from FanFest there, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. That did fill up pretty much all of my time. I did find my way to Fallout 4 for maybe half an hour or something like that. Basically what I did is I started a new character. I brought the Minutemen into a sanctuary, the first town that you're in, and then I basically got ready. So if I want to start a new Fallout 4 playthrough, I can do that at any time. But I have to be honest, I just didn't feel like I want to do this right now. So I basically just did a little bit of preparation. I'm on a save point where I can just start a playthrough of Fallout 4, but I don't think I'll do that anytime soon, because there's so much other stuff that's coming our way that I do want to do. And the first one here is Diablo 3, which is on Friday the 29th of April. Season 6 is going to start, and I do plan to start a Demon Hunter there. Play through again the I would say easiest part of the season, if it has a similar structure to Season 5, and just have my fun with that for maybe a few weeks, playing almost every evening. Another game that I'm looking forward to is Overwatch. So Overwatch is coming early May, but I think there is an open beta in the first week already. That is definitely something that I'm going to try to cover as well. I'm pretty intrigued by the game. Everything I've seen about the game so far looks like it's quite a lot of fun. And it's been a long time since I've actually played a shooter actively myself, so Overwatch is also on my to-do list, and I'm probably going to spend a decent amount between Diablo 3 and Overwatch, like early May or something like that, together of course with EVE Online and the Citadel expansion, get everything going there. But when it comes to making the large Citadel with a market, the fact that CCP Fuzzy said that they're only planning to bring the second type of structure with production and research out after the summer is perfect for my timetable, because I basically gave myself the entire summer to create a large Citadel with my own market. I think that is the best way to go for a small independent corporation like ours, because I do again still think that a large Citadel with markets is going to attract a lot of attention, especially early on, because getting on those first kills is something that a lot of people will actively look for. But I think after a few months, when there's dozens of those in every Empire faction space, that you'll be able to actually stay under the radar a little bit with your market, and just try to get that established without having all the risks of being amongst the first to deploy the player created markets. But yeah, EVE Online, Diablo and Overwatch, that's basically what my schedule is looking like in the upcoming weeks. But there is one game that I also want to mention. I have my eye on it and it's really gnawing at me. Stellaris, it looks like it's going to be a really fun game, like a combination of grand strategy and forex. It's something that I do think you want a lot of time available for, which I don't think I'll have with the other games that are coming out at the moment. But it is on my wish list. It's on my watch list as well. I'm following the dev playthrough that they're doing on YouTube, and it looks like it's something that I really do want to play. So for Stellaris, it's basically become my next big game when I find myself in a situation where I don't really know what to play anymore. Let's say that I'm on a Friday, I don't feel like spending more time in Diablo, and I feel like, all right, Overwatch maybe only a few days a week from now on. then I think that I will purchase Stellaris and play that as basically my next big project. A little bit of like the way I was looking forward to Skyrim and really dove into that game for several weeks, several months. Same way I looked at Fallout 4 and definitely gave that a good go and made a pretty long series on that. When it comes to Stellaris, I look forward to this game so much. It is basically like 99% sure that this is going to be my next big single player experience where I'll play this for weeks, hours every evening, and try to make a pretty comprehensive and big video series on it as well. I think you can create some amazing stories with all the customization, all the different races, and then of course the randomness of such a game as well. I think it's going to be an absolute blast, and yeah, it's almost too bad that there's so much other stuff and the EVE Online expansion that's hitting right now. That does mean that I'm not buying Stellaris at launch, but as soon as I get the itch to play something else, I am going to jump into Stellaris. I think it's planned for May 9th. Yeah, you can see that right here. Release date May 9th. And yeah, if you are looking for something to play that you'll have hundreds and hundreds of hours of fun in, I do think that Stellaris is something you should check out. Anyways, that's it for this Sunday recap, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.